Hey, Brandon Shelton here, and in this video, you're going to learn how to do content locking with ClickMagick. Now, there is a FAQ on this, so if you want to read up on it, all you have to do is click on Help, then click on FAQ. It'll bring you to this tab right here, and if you just type in content lock or content locking, it'll bring up this FAQ right here. This particular strategy is used for if you want to lock content. Let's say you have a blog post or some type of PDF you want people to be able to download, just any type of content you have that you want to force people to do an action before they can get to that content. So you can force people to like your Facebook fan page, you can force people to opt into your emailing list, you can force people to share something on Facebook, whatever type of action you want to force them to do before they actually get the content is what content locking, the whole principle behind it is for. Now, to actually do content locking, the first thing you need to do is log into your ClickMagick account. You're going to click on pop-ups and you're going to create a pop-up. So let's call this content locker. We'll put this at 800 pixels. You can use any dimensions you want. Just make sure the max is 1200 by 800. So I'm just going to use this. Make sure the timing is on load. That's crucial to make sure this works. And then you just want to put in your content. So in this particular scenario, I'm going to force people to opt into my emailing list before they actually are able to see the content. Now, if you're using an opt-in form from your email autoresponder, make sure that the URL they get redirected to after they opt in is the URL of the content that you're going to be giving. So that's just one crucial element you want to make sure is in place if you're using the email opt-in method. So here I'm just going to center this. Let's just say enter email below to read blog post. That's fine. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger, make this red, and then I need to add my actual HTML code from my autoresponder account. So I'm going to have to click on source, and as you can see here, this is the text here. So all I need to do is go click on whichever content I have. I just want to go underneath it. So I'm going to go underneath that content and I'm just going to paste in, whoops, I need to copy this form code, then I'm going to paste it in here. So if you're using GetResponse or you're using Aweber or any other autoresponder service, you can create a web form and just copy that HTML code and paste it directly into ClickMagick. I'm not going to show you how to actually create the web forms because all email autoresponders are slightly different and they have their own video tutorials on that. So after I paste in the code, I just click on source again and boom, you can see my web form in here nicely. I just styled it pretty plain, but you get the point. Now if I do create new pop-up, now this pop-up is created. Now that I have the pop-up created, I need to go to links and I need to create a new link. Now this is the link that is going to be used. I'm just going to delete that one. I'm going to create a new one. This is the link that needs to be given out for when you want to actually perform the content locking. This is the link that you give them to click on. So if let's say you're sharing this on Facebook, you share this particular link on Facebook. If you have an emailing list, then you would share the actual link you generate here, and you'd use that link in your email. So I'm going to call this content lock. I'm going to just name this locking 2. I'll do NBA.com just to make this easy. You have to make sure you cloak this link. The page title, description, and image. This information only really needs to get entered if you're going to be sharing this link on Facebook. Then you want to click on advanced settings and you're going to choose the actual pop-up that has all the information for the actual content locking. So since we named it content locker, this is the one we're going to be choosing. So whichever pop-up you created for the locking, that's just the pop-up that you choose. Now, one key thing you need to note, this primary URL needs to be the URL of the actual content itself. So not only do you want the actual content itself to be the URL for where people get sent after they opt into your email address. I'm sorry, after they opt into your emailing list. So remember when we just created the pop-up, we used the email opt-in form, and when they opt into that, they get redirected to a URL, and we want to make sure that URL is the URL of the actual content that we want to deliver. The actual URL, that same URL that you're redirecting people to, also needs to get placed as the primary URL here. And the reason why you're doing that is because it's going to be blocked and kind of blurred out in the background by your actual Magic pop-up. So you just want people to kind of see what the page is going to look like, but they can't really read the content until they perform or interact with your actual pop-up. Now that this is all set, good to go, all I need to do is create link, and we are done. Now, what I'll do is I'll just grab this content lock URL so I can show you what it looks like in real time. Paste that in here. The page is just still loading. That's why the content lock pop-up hasn't shown. So see, it's showing now. NBA.com is a pretty big site. It has a whole lot of content and videos on it. That's why it took a little longer to load. But you'll most likely have a site that has a lot less flash and videos and content on it, so the pop-up will load a lot faster. But you can see here, the email opt-in form is live right here. It says enter my email below. So if I actually entered my email here and I click submit, it would redirect me to the same page minus the actual pop-up. So that is how you do content locking with ClickMagick. It's a great tool to build an emailing list, build up likes for your Facebook fan page. Just use your imagination on how you want to use it. All right. Thanks for watching.